Hey there, have you ever thought about how three tiny little words can actually map out your entire day? I'm talking about at, on, and in. In this quick explainer, we're going to follow someone through her daily routine and see just how these words do all the heavy lifting. Ready? Let's jump right in. So, first things first, let's talk about you. What time do you start your day? Seriously, think about it. Whatever your answer is, you're probably already using one of the words we're about to get really good at. And that's our whole goal here. By the time we're done, you're going to feel super confident describing pretty much any routine using just at, on, and in. And trust me, it's way easier than you might think. Okay, so to really see how this all works, let's meet our friend Anna. We're going to follow her around for a bit and see how she uses these words as she goes about her morning. All right, so here's Anna. She wakes up in the morning, and that's our first clue. We use in for those bigger, more general chunks of the day. You know, like the morning, the afternoon, the evening. It's not a super specific time, just a general period. But when does she actually get up? She gets up at 6 a.m. See the difference? We've gone from general to super specific. So here's the key. For a precise time on the clock, a specific moment, you're always going to use at. And look, it happens again. She takes her kids to school at 7:30 a.m., another exact time on the clock. You starting to see the pattern here? If it's a specific time, it's gotta be at. Okay, so now Anna's made it to the office. Her day is about to get a lot busier, which means we're gonna need a new word to help talk about her schedule. Let's see what she's up to. And there it is, our next word. Anna has a big meeting on Friday. So we use on for specific days of the week and for specific dates. A good way to remember it is to think of a calendar. You're putting that meeting right on that specific square for Friday. Okay, what about lunch? Well, meal times are treated like specific moments, just like clock times. So she has lunch at lunchtime. You could also say she has lunch at noon or at 12:30 p.m. It's all about that specific point in the day. All right, the workday is over. Anna goes home in the evening. Hey, that sounds familiar, right? Just like in the morning, we're talking about a general chunk of time again, so we're back to using in. Now here's a little tricky one, a special one you just kind of have to remember. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but we always say at night. Why? Well, it's just one of those fixed phrases. English has a few of those little quirks. So, okay, we've followed Anna around, we've seen these different words in action, but you might be thinking, is there an easy way to remember all this? And the answer is yes. Absolutely. I'm about to show you a super simple trick to keep it all straight. But real quick, before I show you the trick, let's just remember what these little words are even for. All they do is help us say when something is happening. They're like our time guides, taking us from the big general picture all the way down to the tiny specific details. And here it is. I call it the preposition triangle. Seriously, this little visual is the key. Think of it like a funnel or a pyramid. It goes from super general at the bottom to super specific at the top. At the very bottom, the widest part, you've got in. That's for the big stuff, years, seasons, months, the morning. Then as you move up the triangle, it gets a little more specific. That's where on lives. It's for days and dates. And then right at the very top, the most specific point, that's at, for precise clock times, for noon, for night. See? Big to small, general to specific, in, on, at. Pretty cool, right? All right, now that you've got the triangle in your head, let's quickly look back at Anna's day. You'll see how everything just clicks into place. So let's see. She wakes up in the morning. That's a big general time, so IN. She gets up at 6 a.m. That's a super specific point, so AT. She's got that meeting on Friday, a specific day, so on ON. She has lunch at lunchtime, another specific moment, AT. Goes home in the evening, back to a general time, IN, and relaxes at night. That's our special one using AT. See? The triangle works perfectly. It all just makes sense. Awesome. So you've seen the rules, you've seen the triangle, you've seen how it all works for Anna. But enough about Anna. Let's talk about you. It's your turn to practice. Okay, first step. What do you do in the morning? Think about your own routine. Do you drink some coffee? Go for a run? Check your phone? You do something in the morning. All right, next question. What about lunch? What time do you usually have lunch? You'd say, I have lunch at 1 o'clock, 12:30, whatever it is, you'll use at. And for the last one, What do you do on the weekend? See how we use on there? It's like a block of days on the calendar. So now you've got all the tools. Think about it. Could you describe your whole week using just at, on, and in? I bet you can.